Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's School Spotlight with National Louis University in Chicago, Illinois. I'm going to wait just a few seconds for those of you who are joining us live to tune in. So we will get started in just a moment. All right, so for everyone who's joining into the live stream, in a moment I'll introduce our speakers from National Louis University in Chicago. Please note that during this session, it's live, so you can submit your questions in the comment section, either on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're joining in from. So if you have any questions for our speakers, write it in the comments, and at the end of the stream, we will answer those questions. And for those of you who aren't joining us live, don't worry, this is recorded and you'll be able to come back and watch it later. So again, I want to welcome our guest speakers from National Louis University. National Louis University is located in Chicago. It's a university that offers bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and also the English language program. So they have a lot of options for everyone. And it's a cool city environment. So I am going to introduce you first to our two speakers from National Louis University. We have Z and Maria. So Z, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what your position is at National Louis?
Absolutely. Thank you, Mackenzie. Hi, everyone. I'm glad to be here. My name is Z Ling. I help international students to apply and study at National Louis University. I'm here with my colleague, Maria.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. My name is Maria, and I'm the coordinator in the Office of International Student and Scholar Services. I'm also the designated school official, so I will be welcoming you to Chicago and showing you all the proper documentation you need to have your visa when you arrive here on your F1 student visa.
Awesome. This is super helpful that we have both of you here because I think you can both answer questions about the entire process of what it takes to study at your university as an international student. So thank you both for joining us. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. Let's start learning more. Z, I have some questions for you first just about the campus. I mean, I know you're located in Chicago, but can you tell me some more specifics about your actual campus location?
Yeah, of course. So, our campus and student housing are located in the city center of Chicago. And, Chicago is the third largest city in the US. Our population is almost 3 million with 77 diverse neighborhoods in the city. Chicago has over like 30 Fortune 500 companies, 50 museums, more than 500 parks, and 26 miles of lakefront. So I was an international student myself many years ago. When I first visited Chicago, I was immediately amazed by its beautiful architecture, the scenery, and big city life. So our campus has really excellent location. We're located on Michigan Avenue. We have two campus buildings. One is on 18 South Michigan. The other is on 122 South Michigan Avenue. So there, around the campus, you can see we have dozens of cultural institutions and historical sites. So overall speaking, it's a very inclusive, great place to live and learn. And the living cost comparing to like big cities like New York or Los Angeles, the living cost here is significantly less expensive.
That's amazing. And it sounds like there's a lot to do around the campus, especially if students are, living off campus. Just due to your location, I imagine there's a lot of different activities and things for students to get involved in. Can you tell me about some of those opportunities of things to do off campus?
Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, our campus is surrounded by parks, museums, cultural centers, restaurants. coffee shops, and it is 10 minutes walking from campus to Michigan Lake and the beach, where students can relax or do some fun social activities with one another. It's a great city, so not just the social activities. If students are looking for career opportunities, we have so much to offer. There's always some type of professional networking events going on in the city. So yeah.
That's true. I imagine there are a lot of good connections for students to make with different companies. So this is a good place to start kind of your future. Awesome. And Maria, what about on campus? Most students spend the majority of their school day actually on the campus, especially if they're living in the dorms and the residence halls. So what can those students get involved in?
Well, on campus, we have a cafeteria. We have many student lounges, ones for socializing and others that are more quiet spaces for students to get work done, as well as computer labs. We have a gym facility and personal lockers for your use. We also have a fine dining facility on our campus where you can be treated to a fantastic cuisine in a beautiful setting overlooking the urban campus, the city, and you will be served by our students. They're working in the dining facility. So the city is really your campus, though, because just across the street we have the Millennium Park, where there's a lot of seasonal events like ice skating in the winter time, concerts in the summer, and there's a very spacious and green area for you to enjoy being outside as well.
That's awesome. It sounds like so much fun. It sounds like you can never be bored if you're studying at NLU. So that's great. Now, Z, I want to ask you a little bit about the population of international students that are studying at your campus, especially since most of our viewers right now are international students who may be interested in studying in the US or in Chicago specifically. So tell me a little bit about your international student population.
So currently we have around like 300 current international students who are studying on campus. Those students mostly are from like China, India, Korea, Central America. Some are from Mid East, and some are from Europe. Pretty much all around the world. At Kendall College and National Louis University, where we have culinary arts and hospitality management students. At Kendall College, 1 out of 5 students here is international. So it really gives our students a global perspective in their classrooms.
Amazing. Maria, did you have anything to add to that? Oh, sorry. I thought I heard you start talking. My apologies. All right, cool. So that's amazing. So basically what I'm hearing especially at Kendall College, if 1 out of every 5 students is international, that means that as an international student, when you're on the campus and you're in your classes, chances are you're not going to feel like an outsider. You're not going to feel like you're the one random international student. Chances are you'll see other international students in your classes and in some of the same areas, some of the residence halls and that kind of thing. So I think that's comforting for international students to know that they won't be alone when they come on campus.
Exactly. And Maria sometimes, she organizes events for international students to attend either on campus or off campus. And we also have an international student club. So I'll let Maria to talk about it later.
Awesome. Very cool. Yeah. So Maria, tell me about that international student club and some of those activities.
Well, we organize a lot of different learning opportunities, whether it's a fun socializing event or an excursion out to some city attraction, or even an engaging lecture. We have like a lot of different variety of events for different interests, not only through our international student club, but through many other NLU student clubs and organizations. We also have a Golden Leader program that would help students develop leadership skills around communication, team building, financial literacy. So there are many ways to engage in our NLU Eagle Life.
Awesome, that's incredible. Now I want to shift gears a little bit to talk about some of the academics, because I know a lot of our students are really interested to hear about the different programs that are available. And I know you guys have some superstar, incredible programs. So, Dee, how about you give me the rundown? What are some of the different majors and programs that you guys have available?
Yeah, absolutely. So National Louis University is a private, non-for-profit, accredited university. So we offer more than 70 degree programs to our international students, from associates to bachelor's, master's to doctoral degree level, including business, education, psychology, healthcare, culinary arts, so on and so forth. We started as an institution where we train future teachers, and over 135 years development. Now we're a comprehensive university. Some of our top programs definitely includes culinary arts, baking and pastry, hospitality management, education, and psychology. So in the year of 2018, Kendall College has merged to National Louis University. Now it is under the 5 colleges we have here. So our culinary and hospitality management program has always been ranked as #1 in Chicago, top 4 in the nation, and top 20 in the world. So we have been preparing students in such fields for almost 85 years now. Besides, in addition to these programs, we have, education programs where we help students to become future leaders in an educational setting, or we help students to become teachers in like middle school, high school, elementary school, or either in university, and help them to get their professional teaching license in the state of Illinois.
That's awesome. I mean, I think it's so impressive, the different rankings that, your culinary and hospitality management programs have. I think one thing that's really important for our listeners to know is that, Chicago is such a popular tourist destination, both for domestic tourism within the U.S. and also international tourism, because of the athletic teams that are based there and all sorts of different reasons why. So, if you are a student who's interested in pursuing culinary arts or hospitality management, NLU is a great alternative than looking for, a place in Paris or something like that. There's this top ranked school right here in Chicago, which I think is also a lot more accessible when it comes to travel times, depending on where the student's coming from, especially here in Latin America. It's a lot closer to get to Chicago than it would be to fly someplace in Europe, for example. So I think it's a great option for students who are interested in those programs to consider. Maria, can you tell me about some of the internship opportunities that these students can get involved in, especially from these top programs?
Sure, students can do internships for most of our majors. This requires authorization and approval because international students are not able to work on their visa. However, when the work that they will do is related to their studies and the job earns you academic credit in your major to fulfill graduation requirements, you can be authorized for curricular practical training, known as CPT. So internships have been at hotels, restaurants, event management companies, business firms, both large and small, in and outside of the city of Chicago.
That's incredible. Can you share any of, some of the companies or events that students have been involved in, or is it top secret?
Well, some of the hotels that are really great and wonderful establishments to gain experience at are places like the Peninsula or the Langham. So those are some of the great internship sites students are doing their hospitality or culinary arts internships.
That's amazing. It sounds like such an incredible opportunity. All right, so now let's talk about some of the admissions details. I want to know, how can a student gain admissions to your school, especially with these amazing programs. So Z, can you let me know if there are any special tests or interviews that students need to do in order to be accepted?
Yeah. So the admission process is fairly simple, especially for undergraduate applicants. All we need are just 3 documents, like your online application, your academic records, and then your proof of English proficiency. We accept English language tests such as TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo. So it's pretty easy. And Duolingo offers at-home testing option. So those are for undergraduate applicants. Only 3 documents are needed. For graduate applicants, we would need additional documents such as written statements, recommendation letters, resume, things like that. But there is no GRE or GMAT is required. Yeah. So overall, it's a pretty simple, admissions process. And I would like to add a few more to the previous topic that we're talking about, like career service at National Louis University. We have a career center, which is called Career Bridge. And we have a partnership with Handshake, which gives our students an exposure to over 300,000 employers across the United States, including all the Fortune 500 companies. So we have over 20 career counselors where students can schedule one-on-one appointment with them, or they can go to workshops, and they can help them to find either internship or job opportunities. And for all of our students, for undergraduate students, at least 1 internship will be included in their program. And upon the completion of their program, they also have 1 year OPT where they can work in the United States if they want to.
Amazing. And I want all of our listeners to understand how great of an opportunity it is to choose a school that has an internship as part of the requirement to graduate, because something that's really important to consider is that not only will you be graduating with your degree from the school, but you'll also be graduating with some real world work experience. And when you're doing those internships, you'll be meeting people, you'll be making connections, and that's networking. And anybody who is in a professional environment can tell you how important networking is. So it's definitely a huge asset that you have that built-in networking opportunity when you study at NLU. So thank you for sharing that, Z. Quickly, before we move on to interviewing Natalia, who is a current international student at NLU, I want to ask quickly about costs and scholarships for international students. Can you tell me about that, Z?
Yeah. So we offer really affordable tuition here at National Louis University. For undergraduate students, you're looking at 17,000 USD dollars per year, and the graduate students are at 14,000 USD dollars per year. So a master's degree in the United States, an average tuition cost is around 24,000, and we're almost 45% less expensive than national average. And on top of that, we offer a variety of scholarship opportunities to new students, as well as returning students and alumni. So if you are a new student for our undergraduate programs, then if you are admitted, then you will be automatically receiving a scholarship called Opportunity Scholarship. It's from 10% to 25% of the tuition cost. And if you are a fresh freshman, like international student, first time international student, then you also get a chance to apply for a scholarship called You're Welcome Here scholarship. And that one equals to 50% of the tuition cost. And
that's incredible. And right now, I believe you have a specific scholarship going on due to COVID, correct?
Yes, that is correct. So during the time of this pandemic, we understand some students are, are kind of afraid to travel to United States. So we offer the option if they want to, stay in their home country and study remotely. For our candle programs like culinary arts, baking and pastry, and hospitality management, then they get to receive this scholarship called COVID Relief Scholarship. And we offer tremendous, tuition reduction. You're looking at from 40% to 50% of the tuition cost.
That's incredible. And I think that's so helpful right now, especially as the world is going through this difficult time. And, some students are getting discouraged because, travel is difficult right now. And it's great to understand that there is this opportunity to start online, and not only start online, but also receive this wonderful scholarship on behalf of the university to be able to proceed with your education and then come on campus when it's safe. So I think that's a great initiative. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Z and Maria, for answering these questions about the technicalities of NLU. I don't know if either of you have anything else you'd like to add before we move on to chatting with Natalia. So let me know if there's anything you'd like to add, and if not, we'll meet back up at the end to answer questions.
That sounds good to me. Thank you, Mackenzie.
Perfect. Great. All right, so I'm going to add in Natalia. Natalia, thank you so much for joining us today. It's nice to see you.
Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm so happy to be here.
Awesome. So tell everyone a little bit about yourself, where you're from, why you chose Kendall and NLU. Give us the backstory.
Okay, I'm from Colombia. I found a Kendall College in internet. I was looking for a school.
Uh-oh, Natalia, I think you have some connection problems. Maybe try turning off your video. Let's try turning off your camera.
And I found the best, you mentioned it before, Kendall College.
Natalia, I'm going to mute you for a second just because there's a delay on your end with the connection. So I think you should turn off your camera and maybe the sound will be better. So let's try that again. Could you start over? Tell us where you're from and why you chose Kendall.
Yes, I hope this time works better.
Yes, it does.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm from Colombia. I found a Kendall College school, the reputation, the location, not just in Chicago, in downtown, and all the additional services that school has. I immediately make the decision to come to study here.
That's amazing. And I heard you did the English language program. How was that experience for you?
I really recommend that option, not just to learn or to improve the language. It's a way to learn about culture, and about the school as well, because you are familiarized with the program that the school uses the system, the location, and everything that a school has.
That's true. I think that's a great point for other internationals to understand. So if you start by doing an English language program at the university,
because you are familiarized with the program that the school uses as a
sorry about that, everyone. We're having some technical difficulties, but I think Natalia made a really good point. When you start by doing an English language program at a university, a lot of times it's not just about learning the language. It's about really preparing you for the whole experience. So you learn about the culture, you learn more about the surrounding location. A lot of times there are additional services to help you get adjusted to being in a different country and being in an English speaking country. So I think that's a really good point. So thank you, Natalia, for telling us your experience about beginning in the English language program. Now tell me, how has your time been, being in Chicago right now during a global pandemic? How has it been for you?
It has been a very interesting experience because of COVID, there are many things that have changed. So when you come to a school, you are expecting obviously to visit many places in the city, to meet a lot of people, and it doesn't happen when COVID is present. But the school has been helping us a lot, supporting us. Mentioned it before, with the scholarship for international students, and with the classes online, and all the chef instructors, all the professors have been doing a great job, really.
That's amazing. And have you made friends, while being there? Have you still been able to make connections with other students?
Yes, with my classmates, for sure. And not as many people as I was expecting, because I can't go out so much. I myself, and obviously of my mates as well.
Very good. Oh, I think we have another little delay.
As much as we can, like chat, messages, Zoom meetings. So we are always participating.
Very good. Awesome. So yeah, I mean, technology.
Now?
Yes, now we can hear you. But technology right now has been a lifesaver, I think, with helping everyone to stay connected, especially during times like these. And hopefully soon everything will start to improve, so you'll be able to have, the typical university experience. But yeah, fingers crossed, everything starts to improve with the COVID-19 situation.
But anyone
Sorry, could you repeat that, Natalia?
I'm so sorry for my problem.
No,
I
don't.
mentioned it before. A lot of international students. So it's a really nice opportunity that we have here to meet people from everywhere around the world. So we learn more than, obviously we are studying something, but we learn about all the culture. And it's very interesting. It's a very nice opportunity.
Awesome. Finally, last question I have for you, Natalia. Have you had any interesting opportunities or experiences that have stood out to you, that have been extra special since you've started at NLU and at Kendall?
Related with the school has a department that is a career to teach, and they help you to be prepared for
Uh-oh, I think we're having a little bit of a delay again, but that's okay. I'll go ahead and mute Natalia. I think her connection is a little poor right now. But thank you, Natalia, for sharing some of your experience with us. It's super, super helpful, and it's great to hear from an international student with real life experience being at the university. So thank you so much for sharing. Now I'm going to open it up for questions. If anybody who is watching has a question, feel free to submit it in the chat or in the comments, and we will answer those questions for you. While we're waiting for any questions to come in, Z, Maria, I don't know if you have any final words you would like to say or share with the students who are watching. I'll let you.
Yeah, I know, students, as an international student, when you're studying overseas, you're looking at the cost, the location, which we have mentioned earlier. And then also you want to, hear from your peers. Natalia was a great example, but too bad her reception was not very good today. But we do have, successful stories from our alumni, all around the world. It's on our website, so feel free to check out. It's www.nl.edu. So in the past, coming from like Colombia, like Valentina, if I can share my screen real quick with you. This is, these are some students that have had internships in the US. So Valentina, she's from Colombia. She was majoring baking and pastry. So in the winter of last year, she was doing her internship at a French style bakery and cafe in New York City. And Lilibeth from the States, she was also majoring baking and pastry and did her internship in Walt Disney World in Florida. Mahin from India, he was majoring culinary arts, and he had a great experience in the Everest, which is an amazing and very famous restaurant located in the city center of Chicago. Now he is back in India, and I believe he got his job in the Artist Temple. So that's also a restaurant in India. So yeah, there are, endless career opportunities. If you're looking for like career opportunities, we also have the career service where we help students to connect with future employers.
Awesome. We do have one question that came in from David Adler. I guess he's tuned in. For those of you who don't know, David Adler is the owner of Applywave, but he deals with a lot of athletes. So he has a question, does the school offer any sports? So can either of you tell us a little bit about the athletic programs at NLU or athletic opportunities?
I know that we have a variety of student clubs, including those, athlete clubs. So I will let Maria to speak more about the student clubs.
Well, we have no organized competitive sports teams at NLU, but we have interested students forming their own extracurricular activities through the student clubs and organizations.
Awesome. So this is good if you're an athlete who, doesn't want to be a professional, you just played a sport and you really enjoy playing that sport. And also if you're a leader, if the team doesn't exist or the club doesn't exist, you can start it. So that's also, something great to put on your resume as a student when you're looking for a job, that you headed the, Quidditch club at NLU or whatever sport it may be that you're interested in. So that's an awesome opportunity. Very good. So we don't have any more questions coming in for now. So again, I just want to thank you both, Z, Maria, and Natalia. Thank you so much for joining us on this live stream and this webinar for Applywave. If you both like to wait just for a moment, I want to show everyone who's joining in how they can find out more information about NLU and about Kendall College on Applywave. We had another joke from David Adler. Any free tickets to see the Chicago Bulls?
We actually do organize an outing to go see a basketball game every season. Yeah.
That's amazing. So there you
And
go.
Yeah, and plus we have, the student life department. They offer students discounted memberships to like local museums, sometimes, like bowls game, different types of sports games, so on and so forth. So yes, we do have that opportunity.
That's amazing. That is so cool. Perfect. All right. So very quickly, I'm going to share my screen with you all and just show you guys how you can find out more information about NLU and Kendall College on Applywave. So let me share this real quick. All right. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So if you go to applywave.com, it's important to know that both NLU, National Louis University, and Kendall College can be found either under the associate's degree section, the bachelor's degree section, master's, and language. So this just depends on what study level you are interested in pursuing. Here under bachelor's degrees, where it says, where do you want to study, I'm just going to type in National Louis University and also Kendall College, which again is part of National Louis University. You just simply hit search. And any moment now, you'll be able to see both of these school profiles. So here you can see more information about what they offer, the different types of programs. So here we have hospitality management, baking and pastry, arts, culinary arts, and then with National Louis, we have some more broader programs. If you want more information, you can click on the school profile, see the admissions requirements, see the different available programs, a nice gallery. And if you are interested in moving forward with your application, you just simply click apply and you will able to move forward, and we'll be here to help you throughout the entire process. So again, thank you to everyone who joined us. Thank you to Maria, Z, and Natalia for joining in on this webinar. And to everyone who viewed, I hope this was a helpful session for you, and we're looking forward to help you achieve your dreams of studying abroad in Chicago. Thank you, guys.
It was a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having us. And hopefully see all the students in Chicago soon.
Yes, we welcome you to Chicago hopefully soon. Thank you.
Thank you.